Hi everyone, it's Lehman with Lace Covered Skies. I have a thrift store haul today. This is all from Goodwill, and this is not in my area. I went to visit a friend about an hour away from where I live, and we decided to go thrifting. And I have to say that there were way more vintage things that I found out in her neck of the woods than where I am. So I was so excited. Like, I wasn't really expecting to find anything, but I found a good amount of things. So let's get into it. All right, so you guys know that I love vintage and I love junk journals, but I have a lot of little hobbies and I don't always delve into them. But one thing that I've started to collect are, I guess you could say these are 1980s children's books. Let's see what the actual copyright date is on this. This is 1988. So I grew up in the 80s and I loved reading. And so anytime I see any children's books from the 80s, I am all about that. And this Goodwill, their children's books were pretty inexpensive. So I grabbed this. I've never heard of this author or this book, but I thought it was cool for 80 cents. I think it was 80 cents. And it was so funny because these Goodwills, they kept trying to convince me that these were not children's books. I think they even said this wasn't a children's book, which was weird because it's clearly a children's book. But this textbook is for children. And they were saying that it wasn't a children's book. But this was 80 cents from 1975. And I always look for books with large print like this because it's really cool in junk journals. So even though there were no pictures in here, I definitely wanted this for the text. I found these two really cool Girl Scout books, and is this my receipt? Oh, it is. Okay, these, yeah, 79 cents. So basically 80 cents. But I've never seen these before. I love them. This is from 1974. And the paper is really thick, which I love. It's almost like cardstock, but look at how cool all these pages are. Very unexpected find here. And this is cool for an oversized journal because you just cut the threads and use the whole page like this, or it could just be used as one and you fold it. And this one as well. This is from 1976. This page is not as thick as the other book. Really cool images. Not sure what's going on. Okay, this is really cool going on here. I guess this is a story, Pirate Island. But I loved finding that. Here's a children's book, one of my favorite books growing up, and it's hardcover. That's why I got it. I love this story. I've read this so many times, especially because I worked with kids for a while. But yeah, hard copy of that one. Oh, and this is where it was like, wow, jackpot. Literal jackpot here. This is just any old Goodwill. It was just so unassuming, this Goodwill, just sitting there for years and years. And I found 1963, from 1963 to 1960 magazines, photography magazines. I've never found any vintage magazines in a Goodwill before, so I was super excited. And they were 69 cents. You really can't beat that. And they're photography magazines. Just love them. Look at this. Look at that. So cool. This one right here. I love this kind of paper. I'm always a little bit scared to flip through photography magazines, like for YouTube, because you never know what's going to show up and what's not going to be okay with YouTube like that. But look at that. So there's this one. So there's that. This is from 1963. This one is from 1962. 1963. This is 1960. And I definitely, if I don't use them in junk journals, I use them in glue books. Like, I like doing vintage spreads in glue books. 1960. Look at that. So found that, and then I found a couple things that were not junk journal related. One being this Risk game here. It's kind of vintage. It looks like it's the 80s, if not a little bit earlier. But I love playing Risk. It's a very exciting game where sometimes people get really mad at each other, but it's super fun. And I found this right here, which I don't think I can use this for junk journals, but you never know. It's a projector. I did pay $8 for it. And you can project something. You just put a picture under here and you can project it onto the wall, and then you can draw it. So if I ever wanted to make a mural, I could do that. But I'm sure I'll find some kind of cool way to use it. It was only $8, and I looked up the newer models, and they were going for a little bit on eBay. So if anything could sell it, this was originally $69. Let me move this over. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, this was a pretty cool find, very unexpected. We went to 2 Goodwills, and my friend also found a ton of stuff. So it was really fun. But let me know what your favorite find was from this haul. And thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.